We have a major update now to a story we have been following for you since last week. After days of pressure, dozens of students have seen their enrollment at Howard University reinstated.
Yeah, hundreds of students were removed from the roster last week over a missed payment deadline. Students are expected to start moving in the next week, and Rafael Sanchez Cruz is following this for us.
Yeah, and Rafa, we know another HBCU in D.C. says it's willing to take in some of those students who were dropped by Howard.
Lorenzo, that other HBCU here in D.C. is the University of the District of Columbia. They tell us there is still time to become a Firebird. As for Howard University, we still haven't gotten any real updates about how many students have been reinstated until now. Now, based on the comments that we're hearing from Howard's interim president, it's likely that those impacted might want to start looking at second options.
Let me start by apologizing.
Howard University Interim President Dr. Wayne Frederick is responding to the fallout after hundreds of incoming freshmen were unenrolled last week. He spoke to CNN on Sunday.
This is part of what universities usually do, and especially a university like Howard that has a high demand.
I gave them all the documentation.
Some of the impacted students insist they were dropped by mistake, but Frederick says the 502 students who received the emails did not provide proper documentation about their finances.
It's not unusual, but it's not something that we have been as strict about. So we have really allowed students to show up without paying us.
Frederick admitted that the university could have been clearer about the 50% payment threshold required for students to keep their spots.
I think people misunderstood what we meant by 50%. The bill is $60,000. If you had $40,000 worth of aid, people felt they made the threshold. We meant the outstanding balance after the $40,000, which is $20,000.
Frederick says it seems unlikely that the majority of the impacted students will be able to attend Howard this fall.
The vast majority of students who we did communicate with do not have the resources and are unable to pay us, unfortunately.
We have the capacity.
Meanwhile, the University of the District of Columbia is extending an invitation to impacted students. It has extended its application deadline until August 7th in response to Howard's unenrollment.
Especially since you already had a plan to come to D.C. anyway.
UDC's Vice President of Enrollment, Hassan Atayas, says they've expedited the process and says there's still time to get students financial aid.
Now, as you all know, I've been following up with some of the impacted students. They tell me they still have their eyes set on Howard, and they're currently also working through their cases. In Northwest DC, I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz. Back to you.
It's so tough because you have your dream school, the place you want to go, and something like this happens, and it's just heartbreaking to hear that this is happening all the way around. All right.